Hi, I'm Chad McLeod with McLeod Communications, and I'm excited to be coming to you from the podcast studio where we record On Message. On Message is a weekly public relations podcast. Now, if that doesn't sound exciting, I don't know what does, but for those who are PR types, or maybe you're not a PR type, but On Message is a podcast where we talk about communication tips for leaders. And we talk about some other things as well, but that's a core part of the podcast. And on our most recent episode, we talked about CEOs, executives, and other leaders when they're in situations announcing news and policies within their organization, so to an internal audience, to their employees, decisions that have the potential to upset people. Maybe they're unpopular with certain segments of your employees and the challenge around those. And we call those hot topics. So how can you be successful as a leader, as a communicator, when you have these types of decisions to announce? And one of the things that we talked about is the importance of communicating the why behind the what. So if you have news, instead of just sharing this is what we're doing, it's just as important to let people into your thought process, to acknowledge that there are different opinions throughout the organization, to acknowledge that not everybody is going to support this, but here's how we arrived at this decision. It's also important that you have a way for people to give feedback, to ask additional questions, that you have a two-way communications process. These are still difficult decisions many times to share throughout an organization with many employees, but the way that these announcements are handled, the why behind the what, puts you in a stronger position as a leader and as a communicator. To find out more about us and our firm, our podcast, visit us at McLeodCommunications.com.